Hi, my name is Ashley. How may I help you today?
Hi, I'm freaking out. Me and my friend just did a pregnancy test. I think I'm pregnant. I'm terrified.
Okay, so we're gonna slow things down because this is a safe place. So, you and your friends did a pregnancy test. Did you miss your period? Like, why did you
Yeah,
take
I
it?
haven't had my period in 3 weeks.
Okay. And did you do an at-home one, or did you just pick it up from like CVS?
It was from CVS.
Okay.
We don't have money. I don't have money for an abortion. I don't have money to raise this kid. I'm already taking care of my brother and my sister. I don't have a dad. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do.
All right. I understand this has to be so stressful, and especially at only 16, I can't imagine what you're going through. So I'm gonna give you some options for what we can do today. First thing is I want to get you tested and just make sure for sure that you're pregnant and that we can go from there. All right. We have plenty of doctors and staff where I can administer it myself, and then we'll go from there and see the different courses of actions.
What do you administer?
Just we're gonna do a urine sample to make sure that you're actually pregnant because sometimes it can be hard to read the at-home test. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. So I want to make sure that we know for sure so we can go from there.
Okay.
All right, and then we have different options and different plans that we can go from there. So if you are worried about having to take care of your brother and sister and you're worried about any payment options, you don't have to worry about that. We worked with a clinic nearby that we can discuss payment options so that you can either pay it off in long term, so like very, very small payments, or we can find out if you apply for certain insurance cards.
I don't have a job. My mom is a single mother. She works at McDonald's. How am I going to afford these? How expensive are these payments? How am I going to afford them?
So the insurance company we can talk to, or I can talk to them for you if you don't want to see them, if you don't want to be involved in that kind of action. They would be anywhere from maybe like $10 a month. So just a simple couple hours if a shift. I mean, minimum wage is now $13, so hopefully that'll be okay.
Okay, I think I could afford that.
And then if not, we do have certain insurance companies that we work with where, especially since you're a minor, we can work with them where we can waive the payments for the first 2 years because you still are a minor and you're still in high school and we don't want you bombarded with payments. And so then from there, for payment options and stuff like that, we can put those to the side because I don't want you to have to stress about that because that's such a secondary issue that we can address later. For now, we have to focus on you and your plans. So would you like to go through with the pregnancy? I know you said the father isn't really in the picture and you don't know who it is. And I know you said your family life is a bit hectic.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't want the baby, but my family doesn't support abortion. They're very religious.
Do they know that you're pregnant?
No, only me and my friend do.
Okay. So ideally, I would like you to be able to talk to them about it because I want you to have people and outlets to discuss this with. But if they are very against abortion and that's the route that you want to take, just know that you have me to talk to, you have all the staff here, and you do have your friends. So if you want to leave them out of it, that's also okay. You don't have to go to them and discuss it. You can do that down the line once you aren't legally obligated to live with them. But so for abortion, like I said, we work with a clinic nearby. So we can do it here in the
Where's
office.
the clinic?
It's just conjoined, so it's literally just a walk down the road, and I can go with
Okay,
you.
because I don't have transportation. I took the bus here.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go with you. We have a car operating here that we can go back and forth if we need to. Other than that, it's a very short walk. And then we can bring your friend with you if you'd like to, or I can be there to support you. Primarily, we have physicians and primary care doctors over there, so we can do routine checkups, especially after. We'll probably have you come in once or twice just to make sure that you're doing okay with everything. We do also work with an adoption agency, so if you want to go through with the pregnancy, but you can't take on having an actual child like your parents want you to do,
That's going to be a lot of money, right?
it's not going to be too much. And then you also get two people, you get to meet the families if you want to be involved after the pregnancy, and then after the baby is born, you can, or you can choose to opt out of that. And if you just want to let them have the child and you can kind of step away from the situation, we can also do that. That is, however, a long-term commitment because you do have to go through with the pregnancy for about 8 to 9 months.
I think I want to terminate the pregnancy, but I'm scared for the procedure. Is it going to hurt?
So because you're only 3 weeks missing your period, you're still in the first trimester and you're still before the 24-week period. So right now it shouldn't be that big of a procedure. And right now you have me, you have the physicians down there, and at this point it shouldn't be too bad. It should be just like an in and out situation. You're not going to be there all day. You're not going to have to miss school. You're not going to have to miss work or anything. I know you said you have to take care of your brother and sister. You wouldn't be missing that much.
Is it a surgery? Do I have to be put under?
You won't have to be put under. Right now we either have the medical one where you can take pills for a certain amount of days, or we can go in and just remove the fetus.
Which is cheaper?
The medical one is cheaper. However, it sometimes doesn't have as high of an effective rate. So
it may not work.
That's why I said we would probably have you come in afterwards, maybe for once or two times,
Okay.
and then we'll see and go from there. But I would honestly recommend we just go in for the procedure. It's pretty easy. We numb everything, so you won't feel any pain. You just might feel some pressure, so you won't have any physical pain with it. And then, like I said, we'll probably have you come in again. It's almost like a wellness check. We want to make sure that you're doing okay, and we want to make sure that you are safe where you are, especially if your family's not really for abortion. We want to make sure that you have a safe place to go to. And if that's here, we are more than happy to do that for you.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm just very nervous for this whole ordeal.
It's a really scary time, especially when you're 16 and you still don't know what you want to do. You're in high school. And especially with the life that you're living with your family, where you don't have any really male supported figures and you don't have the father of this child, like I can't imagine not having someone to turn to. But just know that like our doctors, I'm here pretty much almost every day, Monday through Friday. You can reach me through text, through calling. We have an email set up, and we also have a direct hotline because of how stressful these situations can be. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you don't know what's going on, you're stressed or you're anxiety ridden and you're just so scared, we have a 24-hour hotline. It may not be me answering the phone every time, but it will be one of the doctors here. And all of us, I trust them with my life, so I know I can trust them with yours.
Yeah, I'll definitely be using that. I'm still not sure if I really want to terminate the pregnancy though. If I end up going through with it, is it dangerous because I'm so young?
So we usually, like I said, we'll follow up with you and make sure that everything is okay. And again, those doctor's appointments are kind of combined into the one fee for the abortion. We don't usually charge for those ones because a lot of other clinics don't have those follow-up appointments. Because we do them, we don't cost anything for it.
I mean, if I can decide not to get the abortion and have a child, is it going to be dangerous?
There are obviously risks for any pregnancy. Usually for younger kids, it's not as dangerous. We more so get concerned when the women are older.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But it is going to be, because you're so young, it's going to be a more stressful situation. And there's really no going around that besides making sure that you have people to go to. And I want to make sure that you don't have to deal with having the stress of taking care of your family while also trying to take care of yourself. Because when you go through pregnancy, you have to make sure you have a safe place for yourself and be able to commit to yourself a whole 100%. So if you can't do that, then I'd be worried that it's going to be a very stressful situation, especially since you have school. Like you said, you don't have any form of transportation, so I'd be worried about getting you to and from all the appointments that you would need to go to. If you're worried about medical bills, I can tell you right now, going through with a pregnancy is going to be a much higher rate of medical bills, especially having to get prenatal vitamins. We supply them here, so they wouldn't.
What do those do?
So it's important to take prenatal vitamins to make sure that the baby grows at a safe rate, make sure that all of the organs and developmental systems are going along well. It's essentially to take care of the baby and for you, because again, like I said, it's 9 months of trying to take care of like a tiny little human inside of you. So we take those, it's just to make sure that the baby stays safe. And we also have to make sure that you're not smoking or drinking or doing anything like that, because that's going to endanger the baby.
Okay, well, I really like drinking. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that up.
And so that's if you can't commit to a 9-month lifestyle where you can be at every doctor's appointment or you can take the prenatal vitamins, and that you can live a very healthy and clean lifestyle. I don't know if going through with a pregnancy might be the right option for you.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely take that into consideration. But you guys will always be here if I need to call.
Yes, like I said, we have that 24-hour hotline where you can call at any time. I'm here Monday through Friday, pretty much all day, like a 9 to 6 kind of job. And then we also have night shift nurses. So
if it's like very late, like 12 o'clock, I can still call here?
We'll still be open, yes.
Okay.
So it won't be me here constantly, but you at least have the same nurse staff here. And they're all well equipped. They all have the same knowledge that I do. The files are confidential, so when you come in there, you just have to go through a little bit of a security process so that they can have access to your information.
If my parents come here, will you guys not show them?
We're not allowed to legally give out that information. We try and keep it all confidential here.
Good. What if I decide not to get the abortion now, but want to do it later down the road? How long do I have?
So right now, the pregnancy test that we'll give you here, because it's going through an actual medical system, we'll be able to pinpoint exactly when or at least how many weeks you've come along. We'll do an ultrasound and stuff, and we'll be able to better determine that date. But so once we know that, we can go from there. But I would say you only have a few more weeks before the abortion can be done. So I would say you have a few more weeks before you want to make that final decision. I also have a team of psychologists nearby, so if you need someone to sit down with for a one-on-one chat, just mentally about how draining this is going to be, or if you're worried about the mental effects of it, you can talk to them. So that way we can try and make sure that we have these wellness checks every now and then.
Okay, that would be helpful. So I could call there, and are they always open to call, or do I schedule an appointment there?
I would schedule the appointment for you, so you can let us know here, and we'll make an appointment with them, just because I want to make sure it's a one-on-one and that you're not walking in and having to wait for a long time.
Do they deal with people like this a lot, or am I the first one?
So because we work with a lot of clinics nearby, they're used to these situations. They're fully equipped for it, and because it's a stressful time. I mean, there's no arguing that, so they're very well versed on this. And they'll be able to sit down and talk to you, again, like how I'm doing right now, where they'll go through the options with you, and they'll go through the benefits, the negatives, everything in between. They'll make sure everything is clear and concise, and just kind of put everything into perspective for your lifestyle.
Okay, I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think I definitely do want to terminate pregnancy.
Okay.
So if we could continue that process, I'd be appreciative of that.
So like I said, we have a team of doctors here and a bunch of physicians nearby, so we can either do it here or at a local hospital. Do you have a preference?
Are you guys able to do it just as well here as at the hospital? Okay, thank you.
So we can do it here. We'll make an appointment for you next time you're available. If you want to take the bus.
Can we do it today?
I have to check on my team here to make sure that we have any openings first, just because our doctors have a similar schedule to mine where they're only
transportation to get back that much. So.
Yeah. But you said you took the bus here?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be able to afford the bus again?
Yeah, but I don't have a primary source of income, so it's difficult.
Okay. So I'll do my best to see if we can get something done today. For right now, I'm probably gonna have one of the nurses come in. She'll prep you. Again, she'll go through every single step of the way. Make sure everything is clear. Every tool that's being used will show you. We make sure everything that we do, you know about. We're not going to do anything behind your back. We're not going to do anything that you won't know about. Everything that we do is very open. All right. So anything that is in this room either stays in this room between us, or it stays in between me and my nursing staff and you.
Please don't tell anybody about this.
Of course. And then, do you want to bring your friend with you? Like, do you want me to call her? Do you want me to call anyone to be
I'll
here
bring
with you?
my friend then.
Okay. So yeah, we can call in whoever. Again, them being here won't get back to their family or their parents or anything, so they're confidential with us as well. So anyone who you want to call, they can be with us. They can even just sit in the waiting room if you just want them to be there when you're done, or they can actually come into the room with you and like hold your hand.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then we'll get you set up with a follow-up appointment if you want to be able to make that, either through, we can do telehealth where we can just call you on the phone, or similar to the Zoom call where we can still check in on you if you can't make it into the office itself. If you can make it into the office yourself, that'd be great. I would love to see you again. But obviously I understand that things are happening. You're still in school, you have to take care of your siblings. So it can even just be like a late night call of just making sure everything is okay. Your health is our biggest concern. I want to make sure that you're okay at the end of the day.
That's good to hear.
Do you have any other follow-up questions?
I think you covered everything. I really appreciate your time. I feel a lot better.
That's great to hear. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'll see if my doctors can do the procedure today. For right now, I can give you some pamphlets, and then we can also go through with how to prevent this from happening in the future.
Okay.
So we can go over preventative measures. We can see if birth control would be the right option for you. We can see if an IUD would be the best option for you, which we can also do here. So that way it's also free of charge if we can find either a payment plan or an insurance company that covers it. But through that, we can make sure that this doesn't happen again. So we can start taking those measures.
I really hope this doesn't happen again. This has been very stressful.
And that's the thing, I don't want you to have to go through this situation again. So if we can find certain measures to prevent this, I'd rather take that stress off of you so you can focus on your family, you can focus on school, you can focus on your friends.
That would be great.
Yeah. So we'll go through that. We also have nurses here who administer that. If not, we can go through all the different birth control types and we can figure out which one would work for you. And make sure that you take that every day and have a consistent schedule.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Do you have any other questions about today?
No, I'm feeling a lot better.
All right, that's great to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, just.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was trying.